Will the next big thing be born in Louisville? We think so. Dream Funders, where we match the dreamers and the funders. I'm Melissa Fraser. Welcome to Dream Funders, the show that hopes to match big ideas with big bucks. We match the dreamers with the funders. Louisville has long been a breeding ground for innovation. Anything is possible here. And right now, we're hoping to see more dreams come true on this all-new local TV series that matches small business owners with big-time investors. We're coming to you from the top floor of Louisville's Fraser History Museum, and we have a big show on tap. Meet a Louisville woman who's hoping to make lots of dough by making you a better baker.
All they have to do is take off the backing and put it right on their already iced cake.
And are toothpicks the ticket to riches for this man?
We manufacture everything right here in Crestwood, Kentucky.
We'll see. We'll meet our dreamers over the next hour, but first, let's meet the funders. Micah Busey, a Louisville native whose latest venture was just voted the #1 direct sales company in America. He's a CEO and a marketing guy in search of the next big thing. We have Phil Mason, who spent 40 years owning, operating, buying, and selling major companies, many of them right here in Louisville, from modeling agencies to full-service hotels. Pat Yates, who hit it big with his Happy Feet. He's appeared on Shark Tank with that business, which is now a $4 million a year company. And finally, Jennifer Graham, a successful entrepreneur herself, most notably with her business called Cuddle Clubs, which makes plush versions of people's favorite pets. Okay, let's see if we can make a match. Up first, a local man hoping to cash in on the bourbon boom in Louisville with a new use for old barrels.
Hello, Dream Funders. My name is Tom Petschke, founder of Petschke Pick and designer of the patent-pending bourbon barrel toothpick and skewer and other various products out of bourbon barrels. Today we're going to show you some of our products here firsthand by giving you some samples, and you'll see that we have some customizable products, skewers, shot glass, and a sample, because a lot of people don't like to open up the shot glass after it's been sealed, especially when this one has the special Dream Funders logo on the back of it.
There you go.
So it's a customizable shot glass.
I'm waiting for the sample.
Okay.
Bourbon.
Yep. Here's the sample.
All right.
You missed out on where's the drink with
Thank you.
You're welcome. And there's that. And that. And let me grab you a shot glass. So you'll notice the shot glass is customizable for tonight we have the Dream Funders logo on it. It comes capped with a cork, and it is dipped in wax to seal the freshness in. We also stamp our seal into the top to kind of give it that overall really nice look. So what a lot of people will do is they'll purchase these for special events. They'll save them as keepsakes for a special event that they wanted to remember. We've done weddings and special hunts and things like that. And a lot of people have asked me, well, why would you manufacture a toothpick out of a bourbon barrel? And the answer is, well, you can't always have a bourbon, but you can always have a bourbon barrel toothpick.
$1 million valuation. Tell us about your sales.
Well, sales, the good news is there's a lot of upside to that.
That's a good opening line.
Yeah.
It's a big idea, but will it get backing from any of our funders?
It's just, what is it worth to you?
Our panel of funders weighs in when Dream Funders returns. Welcome back to Dream Funders. I'm Melissa Fraser, and we're at the Fraser History Museum in downtown Louisville, where we hope to make someone's dream come true.
We have some customizable products.
Earlier, Tom Petchke presented his idea to turn old bourbon barrels into toothpicks and skewers.
Some other products that we are in different phases of development and manufacture and sales include the stir stick, chopstick, and wood shavings. And all of the product that I've mentioned so far is covered in a patent that we have that's currently in the patent pending phase. We expect the patent to come through by the second quarter of next year. So there's a lot of upside to this business. You might think, well, do I really want to invest in a toothpick and a skewer business? But there's a lot of upside to the business, one of which that may not be as intuitive would be the wood shavings. I want to know if there's any dream funders here that want to join Petchke Pick and help us take it to the next level.
$1 million valuation. Tell us about your sales.
Well, sales, the good news is there's a lot of upside to that.
That's a good opening line.
With manufacturing out of our home, we had sales last year of a couple $1,000s. This year we're on track for maybe $6,000 to $8,000. Again, when you're trying to sell online and through some local distribution, pretty difficult. That's what I'm really hoping to find here, is somebody that has some synergies with the sales, marketing, distribution center, somebody that might have some synergies in that they may have some manufacturing floor space that I can utilize. There's some equipment that we need to purchase with some funding that would help us get some more consistency to our product. Certainly, volume of the product as well.
One contact for you should be the guy at Bourbon Barrel Foods. I don't know if any of you know him. They make soy sauces and other
Matt
food
Jamie.
products.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. He and I have had some conversation. We just haven't been able to.
I think that would be a good partnership there.
Absolutely, I agree 100%.
Okay. Costs, as you know, the used bourbon barrels are pretty high in demand, and the costs of those are going up. How's that going to affect what you're doing?
It's really not been a problem. We're working with a local cooperage here in town. Their business model is they bring in the freshly emptied bourbon barrels. They repurpose those bourbon barrels to ship over to Scotland. And what I do is I work with them on the pieces that are cracked, so pieces that they would be sort of getting rid of anyway.
Okay.
Obviously, we don't need long pieces even to make a skewer, so it works great from that standpoint. Getting the raw material has not been an issue for us.
What's the retail price points and costs on the products?
We sell the shot glass for retail for $20, the skewers retail for $10, and we've got a margin of about 25 to 40% on the product.
Where do you advertise now, or where do you plan on advertising for your primary lead generation?
Right now we advertise through our website, word of mouth. If you ask my children, when we walk through and I see somebody chewing on a toothpick, I walk right up and start a conversation with them. And so a lot of word of mouth, a lot of talking to different people, gone out to a lot of different venues as far as downtown festivals and things like that, and it's gotten some traction with really the grassroots of folks coming up picking it up saying, yeah, this is just a really neat product. My husband has everything, I don't know what to get him, he likes bourbon. And when you think about the journey that this product has taken, planted a tree 30 plus years ago, cut down maybe 10 years ago, made into a barrel, and then filled up with spirits, sat there for 5-8 years distilling and adding flavor to some bourbon, and then it comes to Petchke Pick Factory. We manufacture into the toothpick skewers and other products, and kind of gives it that one last chance.
I like that. Do you have that on your website now? Just kind of that story?
Need to add that, but no, it's not detailed out like that. But it is a neat journey, and it's a neat made in America product, from the growth of the tree to the product in your mouth and your hand right now. And I'll let you pass this one around that's already open. You can give it a sniff, and it's usually the wow factor that really closes the deal when somebody wants to purchase a shot glass.
Micah, what are your thoughts on this?
That is really good.
I think a great idea. Done a great job on your branding. I mean, the product looks finished. It's ready to hit the shelves.
You drunk?
Me personally, though, I'm not sure this really fits into my strong suit.
When you think of the long-term vision of where can I really go with a bourbon barrel toothpick, the long-term vision is getting that person that walks into the gas station and they're going to buy a pack of gum because they're on the road and they want to have something to chew on and maybe want to avoid snacking. And they reach for the pack of gum and they look over and they see a small package of bourbon barrel toothpicks and it catches their eye and they say, and it's in more of a blister pack, much lower price in packaging, and then they grab that package of bourbon barrel toothpicks rather than the gum and they pop one open, have the experience you just had when you opened the shot glass and enjoy that toothpick and chewing it.
I think you need a liquor distributor. I think you have to partner with someone like that, and I think that's where it's going to be key, because these are going to be premiums. They're going to be giveaways.
That's right.
If somebody's going to put it at the liquor store and they're going to have it, and then someone's going to order online, that's really a special sauce. When someone buys this, the name should be on it, so if they ever want another one, they go on and find Maker's Mark, or they find Woodford, or they find Angels, they find anything.
Right.
And I think all those things can really build into a business, but I can't get past the valuation. There's just no way.
I've got a facility that can make all this product for you within 2 to 3 hours of their week. And at the same time, we can get you in 2 to 3 different distilleries, large ones. And if we can come together with an evaluation, I'll take 3/4 or 2/3 of the cash it takes to put in this thing.
Right.
But you have to be coachable. And what that means is you'll have to listen to us, especially about manufacturing and licensing. But we've got to get to a reasonable price, because I think you've got a product. I know how these things are sold all over the world.
Right.
It's just, what is it worth to you?
So what's your top in on equity if you did the $50,000? Let's say we contributed some, maybe it's not $50,000 in cash, like you said, I'm not sure you need that. He's going to put some manufacturing, have some capital, I have some resources as far as internet. What's your top in on the $50,000 or $50,000 in value one way or another, whether it's cash or contribution of services or manufacturing? I mean, it's not going to be 5%.
Right. What are you thinking?
Oh gosh.
I mean, it's really up to you. I mean, at this point, I don't even know how to counter. It'd almost be offensive.
Maybe we need to sit down and look at what you've done, how much sweat equity you have in it, how much your own cash you have in it, and maybe there's even a job for you running one of these plants.
Well, I'd love to talk to you further about all those options.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There's still much more to come right here on Dream Funders, including a stay-at-home mom that has an idea that could turn into a whole new career when Dream Funders continues. Welcome back to Dream Funders. I'm Melissa Fraser, coming to you from the top floor of the Fraser History Museum in downtown Louisville. The museum showcases innovation throughout centuries of American and world history. You'll find Geronimo's bow and arrows here, the real thing.
People come upon Geronimo's bow and arrow and they say, oh my gosh, really? They can't believe that we have it here, and then they start reading about it, and their second impression is, how could he do any damage with that thing? I mean, it is just a stick with what looks like some twine wrapped around it, but I'm sure that he knew quite well what he was doing with that.
You can experience the exploration of Lewis and Clark as they did.
You know, Lewis and Clark started their historic core of discovery from right here on the banks of the Ohio. And so today we have a wonderful children's interactive exhibit about the core of discovery, and you can literally look out the window at the exit of that exhibit and see where it all started. So these stories are brought to life in ways that are engaging for the public through immersive environments, through historic interpreters that do. We have over 125 different plays that we have written that are performed by our in-house teachers and actors to bring those stories to life in ways that are relevant and meaningful.
March inside the front of the house, pacing the piazza to and fro in military style.
Here, you can even trace the evolution of advertising in America through the archives of a local ad agency that has a deep and rich history here in Louisville.
If you like the show Mad Men, you will love this exhibit because it takes you through the thinking of all these great creative minds over time and some of the concepts that they came up with to make people know about and like their products.
Will another new business get off the ground here today? We hope so, as we put local entrepreneurs in front of our panel of investors. And right now, it's time to hear our next pitch.
Hi funders. My name is Jennifer Nally. I'm here with my company, Delicious Designs, and I am searching for $15,000 in exchange for 20% of my business. I have been making custom cakes for about 2 years now, and I have come through a lot of people that have told me, wow, I wish I could do what you do. So my idea was to come up with a template or pattern for them to easily learn how to do what I do. I take a sugar sheet and I have a pre-printed design on top of it. All they have to do is take off the backing and put it right on their already iced cake. Then they take their pre-packaged buttercream icings that come with them and just fill in the pattern. As easy as coloring a coloring page. This is one of the cakes that I have done with this pattern here. Would you like to see it up close?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It smells delicious.
Why are you holding out on this? What's the story with that?
What do you think? Will this be the next big thing? Find out what our funders have to say about it when we come back to the Fraser History Museum on Dream Funders. Welcome back to Dream Funders, a matchmaking show that's all about business. Hopefully matching big ideas with big bucks. I'm Melissa Fraser, inside the Fraser History Museum in downtown Louisville. Earlier, Jennifer Nally pitched an idea to our panel that she says can turn anyone into a master cake decorator.
So my idea was to come up with a template or pattern for them to easily learn how to do what I do. I take a sugar sheet and I have a pre-printed design on top of it. All they have to do is take off the backing and put it right on their already iced cake.
It's like paint by numbers in the kitchen. But is anyone on our panel of investors ready to bite? Funders, what say you?
I'm sorry to still go back to that, but when the sheets come in, they come in squares or they're already cut? How do you cut that? I see that it notices.
I cut them out myself.
You cut them manually, okay.
I print it off. You can print multiple images on one sheet. It can be cut in half. Like obviously this one, it's an 8.5 by 10.5 sheet of paper. So it's about regular size letter paper, okay? And then we could probably fit 2 of those on there side by side, and that would save even on the sugar sheet use as far as money is concerned.
Seems like if you could sell the sugar sheets at more of a custom order, let someone use their own icing from the store, they could get their own colors, decorate if they want, your shipping would go down, potentially packaging, cost, everything. Is that something you've considered? Or?
Yes, okay.
That
is being considered. That's a great point. I love it. The main thing, the reason I include and kind of sell it with the buttercream already like this is because of the tip being on here. These were not made by me, these bags were not, so I'm not claiming that I came up with these. They're just a great invention. This takes away the having to go out and spend extra money on having to buy special tips to make different designs. That can get quite costly. I have them, I have several, so I do know that they are costly and what it costs to buy all that extra added things when you start making cakes on your own. So this takes away all of that, having to go buy the extra bags. You have to buy the extra tips. Well, I don't have that tip, so I have to go buy that tip. It's very difficult.
what do you do for a living and what is your background?
Currently, I am a stay-at-home mother. I was working at an elementary school locally for 4 years where my sons go to school. I was a teacher's assistant there. I decided that I wanted to stay at home and help my kids learn better and also do the cakes for family and friends.
I think you're onto something, but truthfully, I think it's more of a hobby right now that you have to figure out. I would suggest even doing some focus groups. You gotta, give this kit to them and see what kind of questions come out of that. See if they go, I would like to have a different color. I would like to have different, see what comes out of that focus group. And I think you can maybe identify those little niche pieces of your business that could really make this thing special.
I'm going to be honest, I really like it. I think to me this has bigger plays. I just did a license with DreamWorks Animation for all their characters, Shrek, Madagascar, How to Train Your Dragon, every one of those movies. I can see a play where licensing with NFL, NBA colleges allow you game day cakes. It allows you a lot of different things. I think there is a play here that could really move this business along. I think I would be in a very good position to help you. My only concern really is, can it be scaled and how big it can go? Because I think you have a real opportunity here. I like the product. It's a little bit of a gamble, but it's not a big gamble.
Thank you.
And I think, if Phil's interested in it and come in and we split the thing and go in and we find the way to put you in an office and put you up, I'd be more than interested in doing the deal.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, he mentioned something that's very important, the licensing part of this deal. I recently, an acquaintance of mine got a licensing agreement with the 2 largest universities in this part of the state or the country, and I would never thought they'd do it, but I think that we can help you maybe get into the university.
Oh wow!
There's no. I already have licenses with my Happy Feet product on every college that we ever really want. That part is pretty easy, and I'm already in discussions with a couple of other major studios on movies that are upcoming as well.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, sounds like you have an offer here from 2 great professionals to help you get this thing off the ground. What do you say to that?
Say thank you, God. Thank you, thank you. Oh.
Awesome.
Can I come over and take a
That'd
picture?
be great.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Congratulations, great
Thank
presentation.
you.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Dream Funders. On behalf of all of the funders, the dreamers, and the whole crew behind the scenes, I'm Melissa Fraser, and we'll see you next time on Dream Funders.